Today I want to talk about the community colleges in America. This is one of the level of education many people have been asking. Can I go or can I apply for community college? That's number one. Number two is, will I be eligible to apply for scholarships as international students for community colleges? And what is the difference between these community colleges and what we call university or four-year college? What is the difference? Will I be able to get the visa from the US Embassy as international student if I want to apply for community college? If I want to pursue bachelor's degree or undergraduate studies, should I go straight and apply for four-year college, or should I start with a community college? What are the advantages and disadvantages of starting with community colleges versus four-year college? All those are some of the important questions I've been receiving when it comes to the studying in the United States of America. Welcome everyone, this is EBM, Ernest Boniface Makulilo, talking to you from Missouri, United States of America. Let me start with the community college. This terminology, community college, it used to be called junior colleges. Nowadays, people are not using that terminology anymore. People are referring as community colleges. Just like the name itself suggests, is the college in the community for the purpose of solving the problems in the community. So, in each state, there are community colleges, mostly in big cities. The purpose is to make sure that families have opportunity to send their children to their respective communities to study in their respective communities. That's why we call community colleges. And the level of education you are going to get at community colleges is not a bachelor's degree. It's something called associate degree. For those who do not know, education in the United States for bachelor's degree is 4 years studies. The first year freshman, sophomore, junior, then senior. So when you go to study for bachelor's degree at the community college, you are not going to get a full bachelor's degree. You are going to get associate degree. So if you are an international student, and let's say at the time you're going for the visa and you say my aim is to go to study bachelor's degree, the purpose, you are going to the community, you are going to get associate degree, and then you are going to transfer your credit to the 4-year degree. You are going to the junior year, which is the 3rd year, and then you are going to the final year, which is the senior year. That's what people are doing. That's even Americans, most of them are doing that way. They go to the community college, they take the community college for 2 years, first year and the second year, then they transfer to the 3rd year and the 4th year. What the quality of the education you're going to get will be the same as, almost the same as 4-year college. There are some differences, obviously, yes. But the community colleges are more affordable. That's number one. I will talk about the average fees. The community colleges have more programs. Some of the programs are not even offered in the 4-year college. As I said, the name itself suggests to solve the problems in their respective communities. So you can be able to go to the community colleges and study welding, but you cannot go to the 4-year college to study for welding. You can even go to study to work in the mortuary or in the trade school. Most of the vocational trade schools some of the programs are within community colleges. So they have so many programs in the community colleges. Some of those you can never find them in the four-year college. The tuition and the fees for the community colleges is almost less than the four-year college. Before I come to study about the tuition and fees for international students, I will just give you a brief. There are 2 or 3 types of fees, tuition fees. There is something which we call the in-state fee, out-state fee, and then there is international student. Though in most cases, out-state fee, majority of the universities, out-state fee also includes international. Some, there is in-state, out-state, and international, depending on what school you are going. So, for instance, I'm talking about the in-state fee. So, when you are from this particular state, for instance, I live in Missouri. If I go to study in the state of Missouri, I pay, I'm giving an example. In-state fee might be $4,000 for community college. But if I go to a four-year college, in-state fee will be $8,000 or $9,000. You see, it will be twice. And someone who is coming from another state, let's say you are coming from California, even if you're an American citizen, you come to Missouri, they punish you. You pay more, you pay out-state fee. Because the purpose, each state should encourage people to study in their own state. And if someone comes from another state to study to that particular community college, will be able to pay almost twice. So, for instance, the in-state fee for community college will be $4,000, $5,000. If someone comes from another state, will be paying $8,000. That's how it is. And if you go to a four-year college, in-state fee is $8,000 to $10,000, depending on the school. Out-state fee will be $18,000 to $20,000 to many schools. So that's something you need to know about those one. So when it comes to the international, majority of these community colleges, they charge just you international students just like any other out-state fee. So the tuition and the fees will be between $8,000 to average $12,000, depending on the school you are going for community college. That is tuition and the fees. That is excluding the books, that's excluding the cost of living of the particular area. I'm just talking about the tuition and the fees of the particular school you are going as in-state fee. So you as international, you are going to pay as out-state fee, which will be about 10, from 8, depending on the school you are going, to 12 to 13,000 as tuition and fees. But if you go to the four-year college direct, you'll be paying 18 to 24, 25,000 as tuition and fees, excluding books, excluding insurance, excluding cost of living. So overall, the total cost as international student with the tuition, fees, cost of living is about 20,000 to 25,000 per year. I will go and give some of different states. You can see the tuition fees, the average, though each school will have different amount. So that's overall about the fees and tuition. But it is very difficult, almost impossible to find scholarships for international students to come to study in the community colleges for the associate degree. Even in four-year college, it still is very difficult, but it is easier to get tuition and fees, scholarships for tuition for four-year college than in community colleges. In community college, again, those colleges don't have the dormitories. People don't live on campus. Very, very rare. You can find they have dorms. Here in Kansas, there is one college is in very rural area. They have the dormitories, but people don't live in campus on community because majority of them people live in the same city, the same state. That's why they go to that particular community college. But in four-year colleges, majority of them they have dorms. People live on campus in the halls of residence. So I want to quickly to give the average cost. I'm going to read some of the average cost. So the average cost of community colleges attendance about overall for someone who is a someone who lives in that particular state is about 7,000 or 8,000 if you live in that in-state fee, meaning the tuition and fees will be about 3,000, 4,000 if you live in that particular state. But if you are out of the state, it's 8,000. That is the average. Then, if you add the other costs associated, it goes to be a little bit more to 20,000 to 25, depending. So I'm giving an example. So the average cost, I'm going just by states. I'm giving an example. And this, I'm going to give the from the highest to the lowest, so that when you are going to apply community colleges, you need to think about which are the highest costs for tuition. I'm talking, the tuition I'm going to say here is out-of-state fee. For that means international students, you'll be paying this one. If you are already a resident, you are a green card holder, you are a citizen, a resident of a particular state, just divide by half, that you are going to pay half of it. So from the highest, these are the highest to the lowest. From the highest, the average cost of community colleges in New Hampshire is 16,384. I don't know why New Hampshire. Vermont is 13,000 out-of-state fee. South Dakota, 6,000 out-of-state fee. Minnesota, 6,300. New York, 9,400. Pennsylvania, 14,000. Virginia, 11,000. Massachusetts, 10,000. Iowa, 6,700. North Dakota, 9,700. Rhode Island, 12,500. New Jersey, 8,200. South Dakota, 9,000. South Carolina, 9,700. Oregon, 8,700. Alabama, 9,700. Wisconsin is very, very cheap, affordable, 6,000. Indiana, 8,000. Tennessee, 16,000. Kentucky, 14,000. Louisiana, 7,000. Maryland, 9,700. Washington, Seattle, 6,000. West Virginia, 9,000. Illinois, 11,000. Oklahoma, 9,000. Alaska, 7,000. I don't know who goes to Alaska. Utah, 12,000. Maine, 6,000. Ohio, 7,600. Colorado, 10,000. Montana, 8,700. Michigan, 6,000. Kansas, 4,000. Arkansas, 4,000. Idaho, 7,000. Missouri, 6,000. Nebraska, 4,000. Mississippi, 5,800. Wyoming, 7,000. Hawaii, 8,000. Nevada, 10,000. Georgia, 8,000. Florida, 9,000. North Carolina, 8,000. Connecticut, 13,000. Delaware, 5,000. Texas, 6,000. Arizona, 8,000. New Mexico, 5,000. Oh, New Mexico, if you are in state, is very, very cheap. 1,000. California is 7,000. So they start with the low outset fee. Kansas has very, very low. So Arkansas has very, very low. Even Ohio has low. Kansas is 4,700. Arkansas, 4,900. Missouri, 6,000. Nebraska, 4,200. Mississippi, 5,000. So you can, this is average, but each college will be having different fee. So what you need to do is to go and find the schools in those ones if you want to do community college. If you want to do bachelor's degree. So you start with a community college, you do 2 years. So if, for instance, let's say, I'm giving you an example. You are going to Kansas. They say the school they say is 4,000 tuition and fees. So you'll pay 4,000 in that particular school. And they will tell you the cost of living, because Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Wyoming, the city around here are very affordable. So they'll tell you the cost of living per year is $8,000, whatever. And they add it with other costs. They say maybe you need to have $15,000. I'm giving an example. Overall, to get the I-20 and be able to get the visa. But if you go to California, the cost of living is high. So the cost of living, even if they say the outside fee is about $7,000, $8,000, the cost of living in California they might tell you at least $1,000 per month. So per year, they'll tell $12,000 to $15,000. So it will take you the total cost of having the bank statement and to be proof that you'll be able to pay on your own. It can be $25,000 to $30,000. But if you go to the less expensive states with the low cost of living and with the low tuition fees, you'll be able to be told to have a small amount of just like about $15,000, $18,000. You can have your I-20 and be able to get the visa. So I'm going to post the list of the average cost you can be able to see. So if you are looking for bachelor's degree and you want to pay for your own, think first for bachelor's degree to go to community colleges. For those who are looking for scholarship, it's very difficult. But I remember I posted the education about Berea College. They have a free, or rather 100% scholarships for all international students who get admission at Berea. And the deadline usually is November 30th each year. So get ready to apply for those opportunities around. But for community colleges, because you are applying to pay for your own, you can come in spring, you can come in fall, you can come in summer. But if you are applying for scholarships, usually you go in the fall, in the month of August, September. That is when the school starts for people who are applying for scholarship. But if you are paying for yourself, those are the things you'll be able to consider. Yeah. So all the best in looking for scholarships for Berea and other colleges. But for those who are looking specifically for paying their own, that is one of the things to consider. The low cost to go to community colleges, then do for 2 years. Then from there, you are going to be able to transfer and continue your third and fourth to graduate with your bachelor's degree.